Natsu lost. Now I'm actually kidding and all that. Don't worry. Relax, guys. It's fine. Don't worry. This is 1 minute melee and not death battle. Now I want to say something before we even begin talking about this fight. I love the guy that does the 1 minute melees. If you don't know, there's a huge difference between them, and is that obviously, well, they're in 1 minute, 60 seconds, no research, none of that stuff. They just go in, fight. You just want to see cool characters fight, and it's like none of this bullshit, because Death Battle has been wrong sometimes, and I still think the best fight that Death Battle's actually done is the fucking Guts versus Nightmare match, which is, you know, a rare one out of the many milking Goku stuff that they have to do on their channel. But besides that, we're going to actually talk about the Natsu versus Ace battle. Now, this is the thing coming into there and all that, and people are like, I'm pretty sure they were like, even I as well, I was like, he's gonna win, right? He's gonna win. Wrong. It was pretty actually entertaining actually to see this fight, you know, like Ace was throwing some massive fucking fireballs, they were having a bit of a fisticuff fella, going into that, throwing a couple of tech ends around from everywhere. And I gotta say, like, one thing that I was kind of a little bit disappointed about, I wish I saw like an Entei or two or something like that, like the giant massive ball that he sends firing down. I thought that would have been kind of cool, but it's the way how this fight went through, I'm not gonna lie, it's like, it was more like on the physical prowess of things. Fucking just Ace was absolutely going in against Natsu. Like, I love that Natsu was like using in like the sword horn, he was getting in, and then he used to control the fire that he has to actually slam him to the ground, and it was like multiple tech. I love that. So it showed off both of the characters. Now, here's the thing though, it's like, I'm guessing that like this is just only like small knowledge of the characters and all that, because, you know, we didn't see lightning like fire dragon mode in there, we didn't see like any of that kind of stuff, and even as well from what we saw of him as well, from what we saw of him, it was like, yeah, like it did seem like we saw a lot of like Ace's powers as well. Like I don't really remember like, oh, I didn't see an Entei of like the way that he was able to beat him, like, you know, spoilers alert and all that, and it's like, yeah, like I just basically charge up all this power in my hands like that, and I shove it down Natsu's gullet, and he just pretty much gets so big, and then I get him the chest and I just fucking blow it into his face. I'm like, yeah, even though that's like near physically impossible, because like, I mean, the guy, like, this is the whole, like, with the thing with the battle, is that none, like, even if that was the case and all that, like, Natsu would just saw the fire and he'd just be like, oh, fire, yum, 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 yeah, but, you know, it's like, so Ace's power would just be completely void, and it would all be about, like, exactly, like, it would all just be about physical power for, like, that, and then, like, he would still be able to use his fire, his lightning fire, but that's not what we're talking about. I'm just talking about, like, you know, the fight was fun. I still think my favorite fight out of all of them is, like, I think still to this day is the best one, is the Dio Brando versus that maid from Toho, I think, like, Sakia her name is. That still remains my favorite one, because they break fucking time. That is really badass, I ain't gonna lie. Like, the fucking counter just starts breaking. I love that situation and all that. Overall though, it was, like, I think it is a decent fight. I don't think no one should be hating on this stuff, because it's just a 1 minute melee. There's no research. I know, like, I'm asking this as well, especially since I know that the video got a couple of dislikes, and I know that's from a lot of Fairy Tail fans, and this is from one of them that's saying you shouldn't dislike the video. Just remember, it's just a fucking guy that just wanted to do a fight. There's a difference between Death Battle where they're like, it's milky, it's real, this situation, all that. There's no research brought into it. So it's like, the one thing I'd like to say is, like, I don't know if it's just me, like, about this with, like, Ace and all that, but it's like, the one thing I feel a little bit bad, like, because speaking of milking, I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of, like, it's like Toei just milking about like 9 figures of fucking Ace out there. I don't know, it's like the character's dead, so I thought you'd kind of respect the dead by just kind of like let him, you know, honor his memory and all that. We didn't get like 8 figures of like Jiraiya's death or anything like that, or any other main shonen character like that. It's just like, it's like the one exception I feel like that. He's like the one few that actually gets it. But overall, I like the fight. I mean, I thought it was a little bit goofy how it ended, like shoving fire down his gullet. I thought it would have been a bit more serious, but it would have been cool if like he threw like a giant Entei like right in front of them, and that would have been it, like on some spirit bomb shit. But it's like, if that's the way you gotta beat him, I mean, yeah, they just tuck Natsu out with some fucking like just get to eat fire. Although we all know though who would actually win the fight. But that's not what the point of this video is, like that. I mean, if this was an actual fisticuff, if this was an actual, like, going down, this is who was going to fight, all their powers, all knowledge and all that, then I would think Natsu would win, because even if he doesn't have to fight with the fire, he's got electricity, and the guy has punched a god before, and the thing is that Ace didn't get more time to train, and since he's been there dead for half the series, he hasn't had at all any time to train on his powers, because it's all gone. That's it. The character's done. There's nothing else you could do with Ace. Although he did have some impressive feats while I was around. But that's all for me. So, very tight as much as I do. Add a bit of One Piece and you hit the like and subscribe. I'll send the guys' channel down below. I believe his name is Hyrule or Hyre's dungeon or dojo, I believe. I'll send it down below so you guys can check it out. But that's all for me. So I'll catch you guys next time.